need the diploma. Yeah, oh, yeah.
What time is it? Where's all our staff? Oh, them. Are they going to sit down? Or? They'll come forward. Okay, hurry. Hurry. Good morning and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Please silence your cell phones at this time. Please stand while our seniors enter and remain standing until after the Pledge of Allegiance in English, Spanish, and Zuni. Thank you. Rachel Kilman and Purnima Mehta, math teachers, and Courtney Ingermeyer, one of our English teachers, will introduce the graduates, leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance in English, Spanish, and Zuni. Rachel, Purnima, and Courtney, please join me at the podium.
Stephanie Armenta, a graduating senior, will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance in English. Stephanie, please join me at the podium.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Fabiola Perez Contreras, a graduating senior, will be leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance in Spanish. Fabiola, will you please join me at the podium?
Yo prometo lealtad a la bandera de los Estados Unidos de América y a la república que representa una nación bajo Dios, indivisible, con libertad y justicia para todos.
Amari Solomon Yule, a graduating senior, will be leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance in Zuni. Amari, will you please join me at the podium?
Lewi hon awan ulo nanne, United States. Washington an bisen chosto hon ayuta shikenawa. Let not hon gokshi hashina thakwi mothuaye. A ke kwa hon hali hashina det dunat shikwa. Da kwa hon awan thuaya iwok ti shikwa. Hon ana ola will ona. Kwa hon awan bia geshikwa. Lewi hon ai demtha yam sheshnam queen chua chame. Awan gokshi ele duna dekena.
Thank you, Stephanie, Fabiola, and Amari. You all may be seated. Before I begin our celebration, I want to acknowledge two of our students. Phoenix Overhalser and Xavier Padilla are not able to be with us today because Phoenix and Xavier are in the hospital and their baby is due at any time. So our thoughts are with them today. Hola y buenos días. Bienvenidos a las familias y amigos. Nosotros estamos aquí hoy para celebrar a nuestros graduados. Good morning, graduates, families, friends, faculty, and guests, and New Future staff who have gathered here to honor and celebrate the New Futures 2025 graduates. I am proud to be here today to recognize our senior graduating class, and as the principal of New Future School, I would like to begin today's celebration by introducing a few honored guests and staff members on stage. Sharon Ogeen, Albuquerque Public Schools Associate Superintendent for Elementary Education. Francesca Verplu, Albuquerque Public Schools Executive Director, Office of Innovation. Heather Benavides, Albuquerque Public Schools Board of Education, District 4. Kristen Calhoun, New Futures Dean of Students. Melissa Cordes, New Futures School Counselor. Kenna Echeverri Gonzalez, New Futures School Counselor. Jane Ripple, New Futures School Counselor. She isn't on stage, but she has been working hard behind the scenes with all of our graduates. Kathy McBride, New Futures School Counselor. I also want to thank some important individuals that have made our graduation extra special. I want to start with Ashley Leatherman, our librarian, for creating the beautiful graduation programs and our wonderful senior slideshow. I also want to thank Melissa Cordes, our senior counselor, who has orchestrated every single senior event. Let's give them a round of applause. Graduation is not only a testament to the hard work and perseverance of our students, it is also a reflection of the unwavering support, guidance, and care provided by our dedicated staff at New Futures, including our Dean of Students, counselors, teachers, educational assistants, daycare manager, daycare assistants, nurse, health assistant, food and nutrition service workers, community school coordinator, secretaries, registrar, and janitorial staff who have created a nurturing and empowering environment where growth is possible and futures are built. I would like to request that all New Futures staff stand and be recognized. Let's give them a round of applause. Today, we gather to celebrate the incredible journey of the New Futures class of 2025. A class defined not just by what you've accomplished, but who you've become along the way. This isn't just any graduating class. You are trailblazers, you are scholars, you are dreamers, and you are also parents. To our graduates who are parenting, you are nothing short of remarkable. Here at New Futures, our mascot is the butterfly, and I cannot think of a more fitting symbol for this moment. The butterfly begins life in a cocoon, quiet, hidden, and still becoming. And then slowly and courageously, it emerges transformed, vibrant, free. It doesn't rush the process. It doesn't skip steps. It becomes moment by moment, struggle by struggle, until it spreads its wings and takes flight. Graduates, you are the butterflies of New Futures. Each of you has undergone your own powerful transformation. And our students who are parenting and pregnant, you have carried an even greater weight, one that many may never see, but that we honor deeply today. You juggled diapers and deadlines. You studied through morning sickness and midnight feedings. You have shown extraordinary strength, not just in pursuing your education, but in building a better future for your child. You are not just students, you are caregivers, role models, and forces of love. Like the butterfly, you emerged from moments of uncertainty and challenge, and here you are, wings wide open. This diploma you receive today is not the end, it's your launch pad. It is proof that you can rise no matter the obstacle. It is proof that you can create new beginnings, not only for yourself, but for the next generation. This diploma isn't just a piece of paper, it's a promise that your dreams are valid, a promise that your child will grow up watching a parent who never gave up, a promise that the cycle is changing, that new futures are not only possible, they are being created right now in this very room. You are not defined by your circumstances, you are defined by your courage, your grit, and your boundless love for your children and for yourselves. You are living proof that strength doesn't come from ease, but from persistence. You've redefined what it means to be a student. You've shown us all that commitment to your education and your future can coexist with love and responsibility for your family. Let your wings take you to college, careers, dreams you haven't even dared to dream yet. And always remember, you have proven your power. You've already transformed, and your flight is just beginning. At this time, I would like to acknowledge and recognize the family and friends of our graduates. The encouragement and support that you have provided over the years have helped them to reach this momentous day. Let's give them a round of applause. Congratulations, class of 2025. The world needs your light, your courage, and your story. Now go soar.
I have the honor of introducing today's guest speaker, Rosemary Lucero. Rosemary is a graduate of New Futures. 11 years ago, I remember standing at the podium and introducing Rosemary as one of our senior speakers for the class of 2014. I have the pleasure of introducing Rosemary today as our guest speaker for the class of 2025. Since graduating from New Futures, Rosemary has continued her education. Last summer, she received her Associate in Teacher's Education and Liberal Arts at C&M. In the fall, she transferred to UNM's College of Education to pursue her K-12 teaching degree with a concentration in science, and she is currently working on getting her endorsement in TESOL. After Rosemary graduates from UNM, she would like to begin her teaching career as a science teacher in middle school or high school. In 2023, Rosemary returned to New Futures as an educational assistant. I asked teachers, staff, and students to describe Rosemary, and this is what they said. Rosemary is kind, helpful, smart, creative, reliable, supportive, sweet, thoughtful, and easygoing. As you can see, Rosemary is a valued member of our school community, and we are all honored to have her as part of our New Futures family. And also as today's guest speaker. Rosemary, will you please join me at the podium?
Good morning, everyone. Faculty, staff, family, friends, and of course, the amazing graduates of New Futures. It's such an honor to stand before you today. I'm not just a speaker, but a proud graduate of New Futures High School, just like all of you sitting here today. And I'm also a proud parent, a reminder of what this school has made possible for me and what it continues to do for all of you. After graduating, I spent several years working as a sales representative. I made good money and found success in that world, but deep down, something was missing. My heart wasn't fulfilled. I realized that what I truly wanted was to make a lasting impact, not just in business, but in people's lives. That realization led me back to school, where I'm now studying to become a teacher. It's in the classroom, working with students, where I found a deeper sense of purpose. Every day I see a little bit of myself in the students that I help, especially the teen parents who are trying to do what sometimes feels impossible. Supporting them, guiding them, and reminding them of their strength has reminded me of my own. Education has given me a second chance, and now I want to be the person who helps open those same doors for others. When I first walked into the doors of New Futures, I was 17 years old and a new mom. I had just given birth to my son, and like many of you, I found myself juggling school, motherhood, and the weight of trying to figure out how to navigate this new chapter of my life. But at New Futures, I didn't feel alone. I found a community, a place where there was no judgment, no shame about being a teen parent. Instead, there was a sense of belonging, a sense of encouragement, and a commitment to seeing each of us succeed. I know that many of you can relate to what I'm saying. When you're a teen parent, the challenges can sometimes feel overwhelming. There's the pressure to show up for your child and to make sure they have everything they need, all while continuing your education and planning for your future. It's not easy, but here's the thing. Having a child has already prepared you for the world in many ways you don't even realize. I'll be honest with you. I remember those nights. There were so many times I stayed up all night with my son, who decided that sleep was optional, and I'd be running on empty the next day. But I knew I had to go to school, I had to show up, I had to push through. And no matter how tired I was, I kept going because I knew that getting my diploma was the way to create a better future, not just for me, but for my son too. And that's what I want you all to remember. Even in those moments when you feel exhausted or like you can't go any further, you can do it. If you can handle sleepless nights, messy diapers, and still make it to school with a smile, or at least a fake it till you make it kind of smile, you can handle whatever life throws at you next. You've already proven how strong and resilient you are. As teen parents, you've learned resilience in ways that most people will never fully understand. You've learned to balance multiple responsibilities, face challenges head on, and find strength in yourself that you may have not known was there. You've had to grow up quickly, but in doing so, you've built the foundation for the future you deserve. And what's more, you've done it while raising a child who looks to you for love, guidance, and support. Your child is not just a responsibility, they're a source of motivation. Every day, they are a reminder of why you're here, why you keep going, and why you'll continue to rise. They are the reason you wake up and keep pushing forward, even when things get tough. And that strength you're learning now will serve you well for the rest of your life. It'll carry you through the obstacles, the setbacks, and the moments when you feel like giving up. Today, as you graduate, I want you to know how incredibly strong and capable you are. You've proven that you can handle more than many of your peers can even imagine. You've shown the world that being a parent at a young age doesn't define you or limit your potential. If anything, it only makes you stronger, more determined, and more focused. And don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Being a teen parent isn't a setback. It's a testament to your strength and your ability to overcome. You are resilient, you are capable, you are a role model, not just to your children, but to the world around you. So graduates, I want you to leave here today with this message. You are unstoppable. Your journey doesn't end today. In fact, it's just the beginning. You've already accomplished something amazing by being here. You've proven that nothing, not even the toughest challenges, can stand in the way of your dreams. And I have no doubt that you will continue to achieve great things in the future. Congratulations, graduates. Your future is bright, and I cannot wait to see where your strength and perseverance will take you next. Thank you.
Thank you, Rosemary. I have the honor and privilege today to introduce our 2025 senior speakers. Our first speaker today is Natalia Upshaw. Natalia enrolled at New Futures when her daughter Mariana was 4 months old. Natalia's hard work and determination allowed her to complete her graduation requirements in December 2024. Natalia started taking classes at CNM in January, and she is studying cosmetology. We will miss seeing Natalia and her daughter at New Futures, but we know she will continue to keep her goals a priority and will not settle for anything less than what she is striving to accomplish. Congratulations, Natalia. Will you please join me at the podium?
Good morning, Inate. My name is Natalia Upshaw, and I'm a member of class of 2025. Thank you all for coming this early in the morning. I'm honored to share my story as a teen mom with you. I found out I was pregnant about 2 months into my freshman year. I was 14 years old. That day was full of mixed feelings. I was very anxious to tell my dad. When he and my dad found out, they were very supportive of me and my decision to keep the baby. Pregnancy didn't feel real to me at first, but once I started throwing up daily, it hit me. I tried to hide it from the other students and teachers because I was afraid of being judged. I told my PE teacher so I could be more cautious during my pregnancy. He was really accommodating and understanding. It made me feel reassured. I remained at my high school until I was 7 months pregnant. At that time, I left school to focus on myself and my baby. One night, I was home alone with my baby's father when my stomach started hurting lightly. Over time, it got more intense. My auntie had to come from the South Valley up to our house in Rio Rancho to pick me up and then take me across town to the hospital. 12 hours later, I was laughing as my daughter was born, thanks to my epidural. Mariana Upshar Martinez was born on March 25th, 2022 at 2:55 p.m. Auntie, I could have done it without you. Thank you for supporting me. The first few months of motherhood were very hard as I changed physically, mentally, and emotionally. I became more responsible, and my priority became being a good mom and to graduate from high school. My counselor at my former school had told me about new futures, so I enrolled the following fall with my 4-month-old daughter. I felt comfortable at New Futures than at my old school. The other students were experiencing the same thing I was, since we're all young parents. The teachers at New Futures are very understanding that we have other things to do in the evening, so they encourage us to get our schoolwork done during the day. They always push us to graduate. In addition, the daycare teachers have taught my daughter new things every day. She surprises me daily with the things she learned about. They insist me in helping her reach her milestones. She loves her teachers and her friends. It makes me sad to see her leave her friends. There have been challenges along the way. When she was an infant, carrying her in her car seat, plus her diaper bag, and my backpack was tough. I also worked, and when I get home from school, I go straight there. Those were long days. Getting out of bed in the mornings, especially when she'll cry during the night or when I was nursing her, was difficult. There were many mornings I thought about staying in bed, but my desire to graduate on time motivated me. My whole mindset and the way I view things has changed since becoming a mother. I think of how the choices I make impact my daughter. I become more patient, and I understand my own parents better now than I did before her birth. Being a mom has made me a stronger person. As I go forward in life, I will continue making smarter decisions, and I won't give up easily because I have to provide for my daughter. I want to give her all the things I dreamed of when I was younger. Since I graduated from New Futures in December, I've been attending Central New Mexico Community College to study cosmetology. After I finish my degree, I want to attend University of New Mexico to study business. Ultimately, I intend to open my own full-service spa. I want Mariana to know that no matter what happens in her life, she can keep striving for her dreams. I want to thank my auntie, my grandma, and especially my dad for helping me achieve this special day. Thank you for your support and discipline. Mariana and I love you guys. Class of 2025, it was hard, but we made it. I was happy to meet all of you and your babies. May God bless you with lots of laughter and joy in your life. Congratulations.
Thank you, Natalia. Our next speaker is Jamie Rojas Cimental. Jamie enrolled at New Futures in 2024. Jamie worked diligently to complete her credits, and her persistence has brought her to this important moment today as she walks across the stage to receive her high school diploma. Jamie is looking forward to attending C&M in the fall, and she is interested in becoming an X-ray technician. We will miss seeing Jamie and her son Ezekiel at New Futures. We wish Jamie all the best as she begins her new journey as a college student, and we look forward to hearing about her future achievements. We have no doubt she will accomplish amazing things throughout her life. Congratulations, Jamie.
Good morning. Thank you all for coming to celebrate our graduation with us. My name is Jamie Rojas, and I am happy to be here today to speak about my experience as a young mother. My journey as a young mother began about 2 years ago. I wasn't very invested in school, and I was making poor decisions. It was a difficult time in my life, and this is how I coped. I had no plans of graduating from high school. One day, my best friend and I were talking, and we both thought we might be pregnant. We went with our boyfriends to Walmart to get pregnancy tests and took several of them. We discovered that we were both pregnant. We were laughing in spite about being nervous about the future. The first thing we needed to do was tell our families. It was hard. I had a knot in my throat, and as soon as I told them, I began crying. I was worried about what they would think about me because they knew my life was going nowhere. Luckily for me, after the initial shock, my family became very supportive. My dad told me I needed to get my life together now. I realized that I needed to return to school even though I didn't want to. My best friend started attending New Future and told me I should go too. I came and took a tour. It looked really sweet and organized. The daycare was big draws since my parents and boyfriend work. There's no way I could have done school without someone watching my child. I decided to enroll, but it was nearly my due date, so I waited to attend after my son was born. My son arrived just a few weeks later. I thought the adjustments to having a newborn was going to be really hard, but it was easier than I expected since he slept all the time. Attending school with an infant in tow, however, is challenging. There are many nights where he wakes up and I have to feed him. It's exhausting, and there are many mornings when it'd be nice to sleep in. But I know I need to get moving to arrive at school on time. Of course, when he gets sick, he wants to be held. It's easy to get behind in classwork, but he's my first priority. Fortunately, my teachers at New Future have been wonderful in helping me catch up in these situations. Thank you, teachers, for the help you've given all your students. We wouldn't have been as successful without you. In addition to the education I have received, I benefited from support and resources that New Future provides. Dime Time, our school store, offers bottles, furniture, clothing, and toys for reasonable prices. I even bought my son's crib there. The staff also tries to help us with our needs, such as the nurse assisted me in getting new glasses when my last pair broke. I really appreciate all the services New Future offers. My life has changed so much since having my son. On one hand, I had to give up much on my social life, which sometimes I miss. On the other hand, I've matured so much because he depends on me. Watching him learn things like walking and development of his personality is exciting. I can't wait to see him grow even more. The daycare has supported him in his growth and development, like when he began crawling and waving goodbye. He was always happy to go with his CDA when I dropped him off at daycare. I appreciate the care the CDAs provided him. Not all daycares are as good as ours. I've been so grateful for my time at New Futures, and I'm anxious for what lies ahead. I intend to start CNM in the fall to become an X-ray technician. Since becoming a young mother, I have learned that there is a better life out there for me. I know it's possible to have a better future for myself, my son, and our family. My dad in particular pushed me to do better in life, even though I'm hard-headed. Mom and Dad, thank you for all the love and support of me and my baby, and thank you to my boyfriend for supporting me. I made it. Congratulations, class of 2025. We're finally done.
Thank you, Jamie. Amari Solomon Ayuli is our next student speaker. Amari enrolled at New Futures in 2022. She is well liked by her peers, and teachers describe her as a thoughtful, kind, and respectful young woman who is committed to her learning and education. She has been a very driven and dedicated student, and she is the 2025 New Futures Selfless Senior. This year, she is our student representative for our school's 90-day team. She and her child attend meetings before school, and she shares ideas and makes suggestions and is the voice of the student body. Amari is looking forward to attending CNM in the fall to begin her studies in the medical field. It has been a pleasure having Amari and her daughter Renee at New Futures. Amari is looking forward to beginning her new journey as a college student, and we look forward to hearing about her future achievements. Congratulations, Amari. Please join me at the podium.
Thank you. Good morning. My name is Amari Solomon Ayuli. I am a member of the graduating class of 2025. Thank you all for being here today. I am blessed to share with you my journey as a young mother. A few years ago, I was in a dark place due to my mom's passing. I was looking in the wrong places on how to cope with it. I surrounded myself with people who didn't care about me. I didn't care much about myself, my family, or anything like my education and future. I was getting involved with things that weren't good for me and did not benefit me. It was a very depressing time in my life. My dad noticed there was something off about me. I wasn't being myself, and I was very sick. He suspected I was pregnant and was extremely concerned. He urged me to take a pregnancy test. However, I was in denial. I didn't think I was pregnant, but deep down I knew it was a possibility, and that terrified me. I thought to myself, I was way too young and unstable to have a baby. My older sister drove me to the store to get a pregnancy test. I asked her to get it for me, but she said it was something I needed to do on my own. I went inside, a scared teenager with no money, and was expected to get it done. I was visibly distressed and anxious. A man could tell I was panicking, and he came up to me. He asked me what was wrong. My throat started to swell up as I tried not to break down in tears from how nervous I was. I really think I was just scared of the results. He told me he would buy whatever I needed from the store. I told him I needed a pregnancy test, and in a very calm and reassuring voice, he told me he'd get it for me. He was probably trying to ease my nerves. He handed me the test, looked me in the eyes, and said, "Whatever happens, happens. It's meant to be. Just know that you'll be okay." At that moment, I knew instantly that it was a sign from the universe that I was going to be a mom. It was like an angel sent from my mom to comfort me and guide me in my moment of need. His words stuck with me, and changed my whole perspective on my situation. It turned out that I was indeed pregnant. When my family found out, they were very accepting because they saw this as a blessing in disguise. Although having a baby at my age was disheartening and not ideal, they were ready to welcome my baby with open arms. I was terrified to tell my dad, who wasn't there at the time. When he found out, he was disappointed, angry, and honestly just hurt. How could I do this? How could I be so irresponsible and selfish? I understood him because I felt the same at the time. It took him some time, but eventually he saw the woman I was becoming, and he knew I was going to be a good mom. After I overcame the shock, I realized I needed to change a lot about myself and my lifestyle. I started taking care of myself and my health. I was attending school, and the teachers were very supportive, but my classmates were not. I felt judged and knew that they were talking badly about me. Luckily, at my doctor's appointment, I heard about New Futures. The provider explained that it was a school for pregnant and parenting students. It seemed like the environment I was looking for to help me grow as a person and a soon-to-be mother. Since everyone was in the same situation, students wouldn't be judging one another. I was excited to make connections with new people who were also pregnant. Later, I told my dad about the school, and he thought it would be a good decision for me to go there so I could better my situation. But he expected me to do all the work to get enrolled. I was taking all responsibility and expected to be an adult now that I was having a child. I came for a tour at the school, and I felt at peace because I knew I would belong here. The teachers were very welcoming and understanding of my situation. Walking down the hallway, I noticed the graduate posters hanging from the ceiling. It inspired me and gave me motivation that one day I too would have my poster up there. And I do now. When the new quarter began at New Futures, I was placed in the parent-infant health class with several other expectant moms. We all exchanged stories and supported one another. I felt seen, I felt heard. It was comforting to know I wasn't in this alone. I grew even more excited for my baby to arrive. Giving birth to my daughter Renee was a surreal experience, to say the least. It was terrifying and the hardest thing I ever had to do, but the moment I held my daughter, the pain disappeared, and in that moment, I felt true happiness and belonging. The feeling I had been missing in my life, purpose. It was surreal knowing that I gave birth to life and very rewarding. However, I soon found that raising a newborn was also very stressful. Initially, I didn't know what I was doing, and I received a lot of opinions on how to parent. I didn't always agree with that input, but would do the way things I envisioned. The feedback made me a stronger person and a better mother. As my daughter grew, I figured out what works best for her and me. Returning to school after my daughter's birth, I found such a loving environment. When I breastfed Renee in class, my teachers and classmates adored her. Every time a baby was in the classroom, we all came together. Other students offered to buy her items from Dime Time, our school store. I couldn't believe how supportive everyone was since I had previously experienced judgment from being a young mom. The best part about New Futures is the people. The staff is an amazing support system. The EAs and CDAs are so kind and friendly, you build connections with them. They make it easy to come to school because you know you'll be comfortable with them and have a good time. It makes doing the work so much easier and gave me a sense of relief knowing my daughter was in good hands. All of the CDAs make special bonds with the babies. You can tell they really love their jobs. When I pick Renee up and I hear them singing their cute songs together or dancing to music, she loves daycare when she talks about her teachers at night. She has learned so much in the daycare and her teachers talk very highly of her, which makes me so proud. My daughter is very bright and intelligent. The lesson plans they provide help my baby to thrive. The CDAs constantly give me updates on my baby's growth and what needs improvement, which helps me become a better parent, and so I know how to help her. A shout out to all the CDAs for doing the hard work of taking care of our babies. New Futures is a space for help and support. New Futures has always helped me with diapers, clothes, and anything I need for my baby. This was incredibly helpful since I didn't work to focus on school and money was often tight. The school also connected me to community resources that would benefit me and my child. All of this helped me see the assistance around us and feel loved by the people in my community who are willing to help me and my baby. I am beyond grateful for these resources. They will be useful for our babies and ourselves beyond graduation. Even with the help and support of my school, every day was a new challenge as a full-time student and a full-time mother. The mornings of having to struggle just to make it out the door, the restless nights of taking care of a sick baby while balancing schoolwork, what seems to be like never-ending crying that breaks your heart. Taking care of and providing for a baby while you're still trying to provide for yourself. At times, all I seemed to be was a mother, but soon I would find myself again and realize I was there all along. Prioritizing my baby was my sole focus for a long time. I learned that to be a good parent is to take care of myself first, so everything falls into place because I am what's keeping everything together. If I break, everything will come crashing down. Becoming a mother made me see the world in the way I've never saw before. Every day is a blessing, and I will love and care for myself just as I do for my daughter. I've become more confident in my parenting, and my daughter reassures me every day that I'm doing something right. I want to thank the school and all its staff for providing a safe and warm-hearted place where I could get an education and bring my baby. And thank you for all the resources you helped with. Thank you, teachers, for instructing me and making me look forward to coming back to school every day. Thank you, EAs, for being supportive and helpful whenever I needed it by giving me guidance and a person to whom I could call a friend. I will never forget you. And thank you to my friends who made high school easier to get through. I want to give a special thank you to my family for supporting me throughout my years of high school as a young mother. Thank you for never giving up on me. I love you guys so much. Now that this chapter has ended, I'm excited to move on with my life and do bigger things for myself, my daughter, my family, and my community. I want to come give back to those who have helped me this far. In the fall, I plan to go to C&M and get a degree in stenography. The negative things that have happened in my life don't define me as a person. My child has changed me to be the best person I can be. A hardworking, patient individual who sees a bright future ahead. No matter what challenges I face, I know that I can fight for what I deserve. Success and the pursuit of happiness. I know that I can accomplish anything I put my mind to. Being here today is an example of that. Never give up and it'll be worthwhile. Someone once said, Release the past and embrace the present to pave the way to a bright and loving future. Congratulations, class of 2025. We did it!
Thank you, Amari. At this time, I would like to introduce Celeste Escoto, our service learning teacher, and Rosalie Mendoza, our daycare manager, who will be presenting an award. Rosalie and Celeste, please join me at the stage.
I am excited to present the New Futures Service Award to 4 students who have dedicated themselves to our school community through their involvement in the service learning and community service classes. Phoenix Overhoser, Xavier Padilla, Fabiola Perez Contreras, and Amari Solomon Ayuli. Please come forward. I would like to introduce Nalika Sims, our art teacher, who will be presenting our next awards. Nalika, please join me on stage.
It is with pleasure that I acknowledge 2 students who have been student representatives on important school leadership committees, our instructional council and the 90-day team. Their opinions have been instrumental in shaping school policy. Fabiola Perez Contreras and Amari Solomon Ayule, please come forward. I would like to introduce Elizabeth Gayumba, our credit recovery teacher and dual credit coordinator, to the podium to present an award. Elizabeth, please join me at the podium.
I am happy to recognize a student who took 2 college courses through Central New Mexico Community College while still in high school. These courses present a heavier workload than high school classes, and her efforts are commendable. Fabiola Perez Contreras, please come forward.
We would now like to honor 2 students who have achieved academic honors of at least a 3.0 cumulative grade point average while in high school. Fabiola Perez Contreras and Amari Solomon Ayuli, please come forward.
Will Board Member Heather Benavides, Associate Superintendent of Elementary Education Sharon O'Gean, and the Director of the Office of Innovation, Francesca Verplu, please join me at the podium for the certification of diplomas.
Good morning. The young women and young men seated before you have duly met and completed all requirements as set forth by the State Department of Education of the State of New Mexico and have also met all requirements as set forth by the Albuquerque Public Schools Board of Education and are hereby fully qualified to receive an official high school diploma. Congratulations, beautiful butterflies.
And now the event you have all been waiting for. Melissa Cordes and Kenna Echeverri Gonzalez will call our graduates forward to receive their diplomas. Seniors, please rise for your final walk as New Future students.
Stephanie Armenta. Alicia Chavez. Spirit Dolores. Esmeralda Gomez. Fabiola Pérez Contreras. Adriana Ramirez de Porto. Jamie Rojas Cimental.
Andrea Solis.
Amari Solomon Ayuli.
Natalia Upshaw. Graduates, you may now switch your tassels. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to present to you the new Futures Class of 2025. Congratulations, graduates. Families, the graduates will be taking a group picture. Afterward, our staff will collect the stage decorations and deliver them to the graduates in the parking lot. Please do not remove decorations. Graduates, please join me on the side of the stage for a senior group picture with your children. Families and friends, please bring forward the graduates' children for a picture. Please wait nearby, as after the photo, you will need to take their children with you. You can then meet your graduate in the north parking lot. Thank you for joining us this morning. Yes, absolutely.
You want to throw up my box?
up here. I wish I could sit like right here. The whole time.
And I should have showed them you.